for English because it's the only version he has, and because it lets him do some of his weird tricks that we're never quite ready for. Here's hoping we get some more good ones today. Alright, we have game audio, and the countdown has begun, so the race should be starting momentarily. And they're off. Okay, seems JaySee has decided to use time stop shenanigans. You should know better. Time stop is actually banned in modern play. Any high-level Wizards of the Coast judge will tell you this. I am, of course, kidding. This is not a collectible card game. This is Metroid Fusion. We'll get JaySee back here momentarily, but in the meantime, Scotty is plowing boldly forward, completing the climb with no trouble. Now JaySee is off. What a champion, moving boldly at 3 frames per second, so fast that I don't even know what's going on anymore. Staying very close. Text mashing has come into play in these races before, but I don't expect that to be much of a factor for these two. At the moment, it seems Scotty has a slight lead, but JaySee is still very close behind. Okay. It's a little bit hard to tell at the moment, but just at a cursory glance, it seems Scotty's text mashing seems to be a little bit faster than JaySee's. JaySee seems to be dropping a few more of the pressing the button at the start of a new window of text, which can be a little bit finicky in this game. Oh, Scotty with a slightly different climb than the one everybody does there. So far, making excellent use of... Oh! A little bit of deboost off the Zambi. I'll have to remember that one. When that zombie's in the far right, sometimes it can just knock you down and lose you time. JaySee just moving around it all slick-like. Oh! Scotty forgetting where he was going for a moment. Low-key getting an elevator time 5 seconds faster than my gold split. That's about what I expect. And JaySee still putting forth a very good door time there heading to the elevator. Both of them playing at a very good level right now. It also seems that everyone's internet seems to be cooperating nicely. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and pray to the ISP deities that everything will stay in good working order for the remainder of the run. Alright, Scotty stepping off the pad right as JaySee steps on it, both of them getting missiles. Not one of the most powerful weapons, but one of the most utile throughout the run. Alright. For anyone who may not have seen one of these races before, you're going to see them grab both of the missile tanks here in this first, like, behind-the-scenes room here. Mainly because the first boss takes 15 missiles to kill, so they want to be able to kill it without having to farm missiles off the core. So, there's one here, one in the room to Scotty's left. Now they're both going to try their luck at getting doubles on the eye door. Save themselves a few seconds there. Eye doors are one of the biggest sources of RNG throughout the run. Scotty's starting out with a beam already. 2 beams, ooh. 3 beams, no good. Gets the first double. Just like that. Oh, JaySee. Oh, JaySee getting... Oh no, JaySee getting a pause again. I can't tell... He probably should be through the door by the time we regain his
speed there, but that's exactly what you want to see. He missed the double, unfortunately, otherwise he would have been through the door right there. That is the absolute best RNG. Meanwhile, Scotty, unfortunately, getting a roll on Arachnis, but getting the first double on the core, and getting the sweet spot. So despite the roll, which he had no control over, everything he could control went extremely well. And JaySee also having an excellent fight, staying right on Scotty's tail. If I had to guess, it seemed like JaySee had the slightly better door luck, and he probably also didn't get any rolls there. It seemed like he got the double on the core, but it's a little bit hard to tell. The fact of the matter is, with what the game is throwing at them, both JaySee and Scotty are absolutely executing well. Here's hoping we'll continue to do so throughout the run and give us an excellent race. I am still very, very excited about this. Alright. At the moment, we're just getting some words here from Adam, the ship's computer, telling us, hey, something's gone wrong in the breeding environments. Yes, that's the actual term the game uses. And you gotta go fix it, because otherwise, we could have trouble. Spoiler alert, there's gonna be trouble. Good thing we have these two here to fix it. Everything should be nice and smooth as long as nothing else goes wrong. Oh no. It's that old Lord Chestnut, the evil clone. Yes, indeed. That's four pupilless eyeballs. That's how you know we have to prepare for trouble and make it double. Alright, but anyways, JaySee, like I mentioned before, is definitely an old hand at this game, and as such, you see, only has 20 missiles versus Scotty's 25. JaySee is most likely going to be going for the 40 missile setup, which was the most popular setup for the longest time. These days, it seems that 45 missile is the most common one, because it makes Sector 1 a little bit less iffy, depending on how good your execution is, and it also makes one boss later on a little bit quicker. Are we going to blast off again? Well, that remains to be seen. Hopefully they will both blast off at the end. That depends on how generous Fusion is feeling today. So, Sector 1, all about that missile management. For JaySee in particular, he's also got to watch his health, because he's going to be counting on staying at full health so he can get those green X's. Especially since he has the 5 fewer missiles than Scotty does. Excellent. That room is one where it's very easy to actually lose a little bit of health, both of them making it through very cleanly. And let's see how JaySee having a slightly worse luck with the stabilizer there, tinking a missile. But getting those green drops. Oh, Scotty going for this faster strat, which he can afford to do because of the missiles. JaySee, I'm going to assume, decided to jump through that room, save some missiles, although I can't tell. Let's see how the pirate drop treats Scotty here. And good pirate placement makes it through cleanly. Very nice. Looks like JaySee made it through that room taking no damage, and he's also going to do his own pirate drop. And oh, it looks like he bonked. Ooh, he looks like he bonked 2 pirates. Those pirates are no joke. You hope that there's no more than 3 on the right-hand side. It looks like JaySee had a couple of fateful encounters, bringing his health down. Thankfully, he gets a green drop there. He should be okay on missile count, judging by having 14 leaving this room. But we'll have to just wait and see how the rest of the sector treats him. Also depends on how many attempts it takes him to get the... Oh, Scotty, unfortunately, not getting the 3 quick missiles on that stabilizer. Ooh, both of them actually messing up that 3rd missile. Alright, now the climb. Scotty getting pure greens because of being at full health. JaySee should be okay with his missile count, but he's unfortunately tinking a few. And also firing some extra missiles here. It would be pretty great if he got 1 extra green drop here. Okay, he's fine now. He has nothing to worry about anymore. Those green X's just gave him what he needed. Now it's time for some more doubles on the door here. Let's see how Scotty does. Oh man, Scotty's just not having luck with the eye doors so far. 3 beams again! Oh, but he gets that double, no problem. Oh, a fourth beam? Oh. JaySee, unfortunately, not getting any doubles, but still seems to be... Oh, I spoke too soon. The I-beams rear their ugly head. Oh, Scotty trying to do his... He gets it! Scotty going for his fancy new horizontal setup, which, I believe, Rasu123 is also one of the other big proponents of that strategy. These are actually some pretty strategies that have been around for a bit, but we've only recently been developing them to make them viable, and it's really great to see them showcased here today. That core took 4 missiles, and as you saw, Scotty did it in 2 rounds. JaySee took a little bit longer, not quite getting the doubles. Those beam core doubles are definitely more challenging to get because of the specific timing. All right. Fortunately, because of the fight and getting double, Scotty is now several rooms ahead of JaySee, finishing off the final stabilizer while JaySee is still 1 room away from it. Oh, that was an interesting climb JaySee was putting on there. I like that. Minimal horizontal movement, taking advantage of those shot cancels. Yeah. Oops. Uh-oh. Looks like we're having just a little bit of trouble with our restream here. Okay, I think it's back. And we're in sync again. Alright, both of them now on their way out of Sector 1. And with the dust clearing out, Scotty now has a substantially wider lead than they had coming into the sector, but this is still far from a lead that JaySee cannot overcome. There are a lot of things yet to come in this race. They can turn things around. In fact, even as early as the next sector. Alright, the time has come for Scotty and JaySee to head off to Sector 2. And please don't get in the habit of thinking we're going to have conveniently increasing sector numbers, because after this we're going to just be bouncing around everywhere. Don't learn your math from Metroid, kids. Sector 2 is the jungle sector. We Donkey Kong Country now, folks. And much like Donkey Kong Country, there will be you do not want to hug the wildlife. Touching the wildlife hurts. So Scotty and JaySee are going to have to try to make it through the sector, taking full advantage of their newly found charge beam to kill the Zoros, the red slugs, to get them out of the way. Yes, indeed, Sector 2 does have fun in games. They've got everything you want. Unfortunately, the people that can find whatever you may need are gone, because the X-Parasites took care of them, so Samus is going to do something about that here today. At least we're certainly hoping so. Let's see how Scotty handles the big room. Neither of them want to be killing too many of these red Zoros, because any ones you kill in this room will spawn in a very inconvenient spot later on. Oh, Scotty intercepting the X before it can block him. Nice. Oh, unfortunately, bonking on that Zoro on the ground. Jumping is slower than running horizontally, so they're going to be using charge beam and missiles as much as possible to try to avoid jumping and just keep right on moving. Alright, JaySee moving through here. Oh, getting the good enemy placement. Doesn't even have to stop to shoot. Very nice. Let's see if he has better luck in the double Zoro room. He does. That's what you want to see there. Oh, unfortunately, getting the upward moving Zoro there. You want that one to be moving down. Neither of them got it. Having a little bit of trouble with the wall jumps, too. Meanwhile, there's a little bit of a high five going through the doors there. Scotty making his way to the data room, while JaySee unlocks the doors. Now it's time to mention the bombs they're about to pick up. That was the mention. There's not much to say about bombs in this game, unfortunately. They're just kind of bad. They break blocks. They launch you up a little bit. which would be a lot more useful if the next thing they get immediately after this didn't give them Spring Ball. But there you go. Game design. Ooh. Alright, Scotty moving forward. Oh, getting the Zoro moving right in this long room. Thankfully, able to make short work of it. A little bit slower than the other pattern, but nonetheless, make it through with no trouble. Oh, trying to get over those double Zoros and just landing on them. They do 45 damage, those red Zoros do, and at this point in the game, you do not want to be taking that much damage. Alright, JC getting also the bad Zoro pattern. Let's see how he handles it. No trouble there. If you're not careful trying to deal with that Zoro, those flying enemies will run into you, and they also do a lot of damage. Alright, JC opting to deal the Zoro a bit more thoroughly, rather than just jump over it there. Safer, but slower. Oh, that's an excellent question. The newly discovered memory corruption is not actually going what is now considered any percent yes, but this tournament is essentially running under what we currently call the any percent no memory corruption rule set. So the memory corruption is not allowed in the tournament. All right, Scotty opting to grab the energy tank before the Zazabi fight. Let's see how many beams he gets this time. He's been getting 3 beams so far on every first door. Oh, only gets 2 beams this time. But since Scotty grabbed that energy tank, it's safe to assume he's probably going to be going for the 4 E-tank strat, which is a pretty common safe strat. Let's see how many jumps Zazabi will give him today. This annoying, jumpy... Well, you know what it looks like. It can give you anywhere from 3 to 12 extra jumps. We are hoping for 3. So far, Scotty has gotten 4 extra jumps, which is less than ideal. And he gets a 6th jump, it looks like. Oh, JaySee87 looks like a 2-jump phase 1. That is not what you want to see. Let's see if Scotty can get his doubles here. Gets that first double. Oh my god, JC is just having no luck with Zazabi. That was a lot of jumps. Scotty getting himself a double-double. Let's see if JC can do the same. Oh no, he did not do enough damage in the final phase. Having to wait for an extra jump, that's never fun. But he does get his double, going for the horizontal instead of the diagonal. But he misses the second double. Oh, he can at least get sweet spot here, and he does. Very nice. Alright, everybody hold your breath now. The sax will hear you if you start breathing. Didn't hear Scotty, thankfully. Oh, JC getting that swag missile. He just... You may not all have seen it. JC just pulled off a 1-frame trick that saves exactly 0 frames, which makes it the most important trick of the entire run, let's be honest. Alright, Scotty having a decent escape climb here. JC now also holding his breath so that the sax does not hear. Making sure to get his crunches in while he is waiting. And oh, Scotty, is he doing it? Oh, he tried, but he decided not to waste the extra time. Scotty trying to do a little bit of out-of-bounds shenanigans there. Yes, despite the fact that the out-of-bounds trick used in the memory corruption glitch is actually also useful in other non-memory corrupty ways. The most common use of it we'll see a little bit later on. But there are a few other times you can use it, like the one Scotty tried right there. Also, interestingly, we're going to see JC go up the right side of the room while Scotty went up the left. The debate rages on as to which one is better. Honestly, honestly, I say whichever one you prefer, because the difference in time is less than a second. Now, leaving Sector 2, it's time to double your pleasure and go into Sector 4. Hope you all packed your swimsuits, because Sector 4 is the water sector.
And boy, oh boy, is this water park not OSHA compliant in the slightest. Someone dropped a toaster in the wave pool, and now all the water's electrified. Thankfully, Samus can deal with it. She's very strong. So Scotty and JaySee are going to have to go down there, deal with that electrified water, lower the water, and also deal with the very fast water worm, the Ceres. Quite possibly the first extremely annoying fight of the run. Because if Zazobi was a fight where you can lose a time because of things beyond your control, Ceres is the fight where you can lose a lot of time if you just drop the ball. There's no shame in that, though. Ceres is a fight that's definitely takes some getting used to, but I'm not expecting that trouble from either of these. Scotty and JaySee are both know exactly what they're doing. I'm looking forward to seeing some good Ceres fights here. Alright, Scotty making it through there with some R shots, some diagonal missiles. Oh, pardon me one moment. Pardon me, I had to step away from the mic a moment there. So far, so good, though. This guy's out for his vertical climb here. Depending on enemy placement, this could be rough, but he makes good use of his pseudo screw attack and wall jumps to get up there real quick. JaySee using his R shots very well in that room as well, but taking one hit there, so he's losing a little bit of time. Making it through that room very smoothly, though. That's one where it's very easy to take a tumble in the water if you don't jump quite right. Jump too high, you hit the crab. Jump too low, you fall in the water. Neither of them did that. Alright, it's time for I-beams. Scotty's been getting 2 and 3 beams. Ooh, he's down to 1 beam. Now let's see how Ceres goes. Is he going to go for the new fast strat? Nope, he's just going to go for classic reliable. Got to make sure to hit it with the flash and with both parts of the beam, which he does with the first hit. So if he can get a clean second hit, this will be that 2-cycle that everybody wants. It should be good, and there it is. The 2-cycle Ceres. 5 missiles here. Can he get the double-double in a single? Misses the first double. But the setup should be good here. There's the second. There's the first double. And, oh, he misses the second double. Losing 3 seconds on the core fight, not getting sweet spot. And JaySee getting 0 beams! Oh, if JaySee has a good Ceres fight, he can definitely gain back a few seconds here. Let's see how it goes. Gets that first hit, looked good. Now hopefully, Ceres cooperates, gives him a pattern he can work with. That one looks good. Oh, oh! Almost didn't make it in time, but got the 2-cycle. And he completely missed the first double. He can still get double doubles, though, and pull this off. Oh, and I think he missed that. Looked like he missed that double. Oh, dear. JaySee having some trouble. There we go. There we go. So had a very similar core fight to Scotty. So I'd say they probably had even fights there. JaySee gaining maybe a couple seconds back on having the 0 beam. Alright. Scotty lowering the water level. Let's see how he handles his exit sparks here. Gets the first one just fine. Now let's see if he can get that low height Shown spark. Ross, he missed 1. Oh, Scotty, actually, that was a smart move there. He realized he wasn't going to be low enough to get to the right, so he sparked to the left to set up more quickly for the backup strat. Very well played. That was a very quick reaction he had to take. Oh, unfortunately, that X taking some extra victory laps just to laugh in Scotty's face. Rude. So rude. Alright, JaySee now going to set up for his low height as well. Let's see if he can get it. I want to say it's a 4-frame window for the low height. It's not super difficult, but it's one of those things where you... Oh. That was... Huh. I don't know what kind of setup JaySee was going for there. But I'd never seen that one before. The rudest. JaySee getting a slightly better X movement in that room. Alright. And now with the power of the speed booster, you will see them both attempt for those there.
data sparks every possible opportunity. They're not a massive time save, but over the course of the run, they will add up. And every little time save you can take that's free, you might as well take it. That's why also why we're going to see Scotty jump right there. Jumping through the door right before the elevator you want to land on, if you time it right, you just land on the elevator and immediately go down. Alright, it's time for Sector 3. Looking forward to some cool movement in Sector 3. There are a lot of nifty tricks that you will be seeing on both visits to this sector. First things first, Scotty is obviously in the chat. Is he going to try to go for the frame-perfect shine charge in the big room? I don't think you've seen anyone get it yet this tournament, because missing it can be pretty costly, but I don't know. Scotty's certainly tried weirder things. Nope, he is probably however going to be going for the other strat, which is instead of doing the very high horizontal, just run right here. Yep. The strat we'll probably see JC do is actually store a shine charge there and do a horizontal shine spark near the ceiling. Ends up actually being the tiniest bit slower than what Scotty did, because of the animations that you get when you bonk a shine spark. The downside, of course, is messing up either trick costs you a lot more time. So, yeah, that's one of the fun things about Fusion. Past us. Oh, Scotty was going to try for Bob Skip. Oh, he was going to try for Bob Skip, but didn't quite get the setup. He did, however, get the shine break. Save himself half a second in this vertical shaft. Oh, JC actually betraying my expectations and going for the same strat Scotty used. Interesting. Goodness, I feel like I'm being left behind here. I'm going to start using that strat too. But most importantly of all, they are both on their way to pick up the best missile upgrade, the Super Missiles. And Scotty looks like he got the setup for the data spark. This is the animation for getting something off a data station is pretty long, so you have to actually time the crouch just right. And Scotty gets it. He gets the data spark. That trick is deceptively difficult. Oh no, JC got the shine break, but he started the shine spark a little bit too far to the left. Oh, it's unfortunate. And now Scotty about to face off against the box. He's going to go for his gonna go for that strat. Oh, he tinked a missile. This could be bad news. This could be bad news. Okay, he manages to pull it out, but he took a lot of damage there. The thing about that strat is it's definitely faster than the normal strat if you do it right. But if you screw it up, you're gonna be taking a lot of extra damage. That was pretty dicey there. And JC also gets the data spark. We've gotten 2 data sparks. I don't think we've had that happen in a race yet in this tournament. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Hang on a second. Sorry, folks. I gotta keep my hand on the mute button. All right, JC going for classic strats, but it looks like he's getting him just right here. He should be in shape to get the quick kill, and he gets it. Unfortunately, Box got the jump before he got the kill, so it has to walk a little bit further. Oh. She's taking an extra tumble there. Thankfully, both of them have plenty of missiles heading into Sector 6, which is good. You want to have at least 3 missiles heading into Sector 6 to deal with the barrier. So now they got to run all the way to the other side of the elevator pod here. Going to Sector 6, the dark, scary sector. So dark that you don't actually need a flashlight. I don't know, I'm starting to think that whoever designed this sector missed the memo about it being the nocturnal sector. And the bad news, though, is despite the fact that it is not actually as dark as the name would imply, we do have to deal with the blue X's. Thankfully, you shouldn't have much trouble with them. They do a fair bit of damage, so Scotty can take hits from 2 of them and still before he dies. Although neither of them should have trouble because the route they take should not run into too many of them. All right, there we go. Made it through that missile barrier. And thankfully, both of them will be encountering an energy tank along the way, which is absolutely free to grab. I'm not even joking. It costs 0 seconds to grab that energy tank, and both of them will be grabbing it because it's free. It's absolutely free. It's as free as that free real estate. And here we go, Scotty making it past that blue to, oh, unfortunately bonking a little bit, so it's actually going to cost him a little bit of time to get that E-Tank. It's not quite free for Scotty. Yeah, exactly, not so free for Scotty. Speaking of things that aren't free, Scotty is also going to demonstrate the task strat for getting around the sacks in this room. It's a little bit quicker, but it's also riskier, but it's what Scotty does. Just like that, it's fine, it's fine. It always looks like he's gonna get shot, but he never does. Alright. So Scotty heading into the room with the eye door. Oh, not quite getting that 3rd bug. Let's see how lucky he has the door. 1 beam, stopping to grab the red X. Oh, JC, he does get that free E-Tank. That E-Tank was absolutely free. Buy one for the price of none. Now Scotty facing off against the giant Corex. Everything goes smoothly. He'll finish it off in 4 hits. And he's really pushing it into the corner there, trying to go quick. Doesn't look like he got the initial double, though. On this one, you don't want to miss doubles. This one does take 6 missiles. Gets the first double, though. 1 more double should do it. He misses it, though. Unfortunately, with the super missiles, they're harder to get than the original missiles. JC also missing that bug. Let's see how... He gets 0 beam eye door. Very nice. Now let's see how the giant Corex treats JC. Again, he's going to be hoping for that 4 cycle, and then if everything goes well, he can get triple doubles and gain back a little bit of time here. Alright, the key here is... Oh, it gets away from him to the right. Can he he should still be able to... And he... Oh! He manages to salvage it. Very nice. Manages to salvage it. Adapting on the fly. That's the sort of play we expect from the experience that JC brings to the table. Gets 2 doubles. 1 more shot should do it. And just like that... Done and dusted. Scotty having some fun with the puffers. I'm, of course, lying. No one has fun with the puffers. The puffers are the worst. Whoa, what is Scotty doing? He's just styling right now. Look at him. Just doing shine charges because he can. Let's see if JC has better luck with the puffers. Later on, we'll have a way of freezing them, which makes them easier to deal with. But right now, if you shoot them, even if you kill them, they spew that purple gas, and it gives them a gigantic hitbox. It's so difficult to avoid. And unfortunately, we're seeing the effects right here. JC having trouble getting out of Sector 6. Taking more damage than he'd like to be taking, I'd say. Oh, thankfully having more cooperative puffers in the big room Okay. Oof. JaySee's taking quite a few hits, which normally wouldn't seem like too much of a problem, but JaySee is also running on... He's running on track to be getting 40 missiles and 3 energy tanks, which is generally more than enough health and ammo to deal with this game, but it's very easy, even with the suit upgrades, for this game just to kill you. So JaySee's got to be careful. Alright, so at the moment, it seems the gap is widened somewhat. Scotty at the entrance message to Sector 5, while JaySee is at the exit message to Sector 6. JaySee getting that elevator spark. Alright, time for the big room. This room is not so difficult on the first visit because you still have super missiles. Oh, I say as Scotty face plants into one of the pancakes. Alright, this is the room. This is the room of concern, though. The waivers in this room can be in any number of places, and oof. You just gotta make good use of your missiles and your charge beam to avoid them, otherwise they just knock you around like a Samus-shaped pinata, and nobody has a good time when that happens. This guy's setting up for the fast strat. Good thing he did, because that waiver was in the worst spot, but he dealt with it. Oh, goodness. This guy losing a little bit of time with the waivers in that small room, but he makes it through fine. At this point, he's just on his way to unlock the yellow doors. Just as JaySee is heading into the big room. Makes it through very smoothly there. Let's see how he deals with the waivers in the cold room here. Meanwhile, let's take a look at how Scotty handles the vertical climb. This is probably the most challenging vertical climb in Sector 5. No problem whatsoever. Makes it up nice and smooth and quick. And his positioning is just so that he can open that gate and get a speed boost right through this room. Not so important now, but it will be on the next visit. JaySee actually opting to run a little bit further to the left there. Gets you that shine charge a little bit earlier, so you don't have to worry about the waiver if it's on the bottom left, as it was for Scotty. Again, it's just a matter of a faster strat versus a strat that's a little bit safer. Alright, and it looks like Scotty's missile count is at 26 right now, but it'll probably be a... It's gonna be a little... He needs a couple more ice missiles to get out of here, so... Well, by that I mean one more. So 25 ice missiles leaving Sector 5 should be a very solid count. He just has to climb his way out of here. Oh, unfortunately, having an extra encounter with the waiver there, while JaySee does his own vertical climb. Let's see how it goes for him. Looks clean. Looks clean. Alright, now... Sector 5. Thankfully, we see our shadowy friend in the background, which means we did everything we had to do here. Nobody has pulled a secret key today. Which also means... Everybody prepare your memes, because it is time. The most time-honored tradition in Twitch chats during Metroid Fusion races. That's right, the emergency in Frankerzy. Something has gone horribly wrong with the dog reactor. Thankfully, Samus is on the job. The most qualified veterinarian stroke boiler specialist in the entire Galactic Federation. She can go down there and she's gonna make it right. Meanwhile, JaySee is heading off to exit Sector 5 as well. His missile count's a little bit lower. He's probably gonna have a slightly more difficult time in emergency. Mainly just because this is actually a very missile-intensive part of the run. The movement is challenging, and you need a lot of missiles to deal with the stretchies. Okay, he's picked up a green X along the way, so he should be okay. But he definitely cannot afford to be tinking any missiles. Alright, Scotty is now in Sector 3, and he's making excellent pace by the looks of it. Baltimore, obviously, it's because in the future, everything has auto-destruct explosives. I mean, if you go to Space Walmart and you buy a space toaster, chances are there's a command in the back of the instruction manual that tells you how to self-destruct it. So I mean, I don't make the space rules. I just share them. But meanwhile, Scotty is making excellent pace through Sector 3 here. The magic number they'll want to see is if they get above oh, misfire of the missile there. The magical number though is 430. Oh gosh, he accidentally blows up the block. Scotty's going to be losing several seconds here. That's the thing about emergency. Any small mistake costs several seconds, and that's the last thing you want to be wasting in this section. Yeah, unfortunately, Scotty at this point is quite a few... I don't think he's going to be able to pull a 430 or higher here, even though he gets a 0 beam. Any time above a 430 to finish emergency is an excellent time. He should still be able to pull off a time in the 420s, though, because he got the first double. Can he get the second double? He does. Double doubles, and it's going to be a 424 solid time. Especially with those mistakes, this would have easily been a 430-something. All right, JC on good pace here. Oh, fired that downward missile a little bit early, almost fell into the lava. Let's see if he has better luck in this room here, though. All right, gets through there cleanly. He's on strong pace. Freezing that stretchy where he wants it. Makes the jump. Excellent. Excellent play from JC. Let's see how the I-beams go. 0 beams, a 445 door time. That is an excellent door time. Can JC make it happen on the core fight? Oh, the first double tanks. That second double looked good, though. And he is going to finish with a high 428. Very, very good at emergency time. Very well played from JC. If he had not tanked that first double, that would have been in the 430s. That was a very strong showing from JC. All right, but Scotty making out of Sector 3 with most of his health intact. JC about to follow. This escape from Sector 3 is a bit deceptive. It doesn't seem that difficult because now you can do it at your own pace, but the stretchies and all the enemies do a lot of damage. And it's unfortunate, too, because it's actually going to be a fair bit of time before they run into another red X. So they gotta be mindful of their health for the next few minutes. Alright, let's see if JC can do the good climb. It involves freezing a lot of stretchies, so hopefully... Ooh, look at that. And yes, yes, it looks good. Very clean, very clean. Alright, Sky, the first one to head back up to the main deck to save the animals, because somebody's got to do it, because the Super Metroid runners sure as heck aren't. Oh, Scotty, unfortunately, taking a little bit of a tumble there. Thankfully, moving for the main deck is not too different from how it was earlier. A little bit quicker now that they got the high jump, so we'll see a slightly different climb strat here. Just like that. And we're probably going to see Scotty go for the impossible strat, as it's called in the next room. A couple of stretches you got to freeze. Now you can do it the intended way, or you can do it the impossible way. And Scotty doing it the impossible way. Nice.
And he's got set up for a shine break right here. Seems to be a little bit far to the left. Oh, he gets it, though. No trouble there. Let's see how his animal luck goes. And unfortunately, I saw two of those Edacoons run to the right past the door, so it's probably not going to be a fast animal here. Oh, that was an okay animal. It's not the worst I've seen, not the best. The amount of time it takes them to come out that door is completely random. Depends on their positioning in the background. There is no way to manipulate it, unfortunately. Although, I firmly believe in my heart of hearts that if you are good to the animals and you save them in Super Metroid, the time will come, here in Fusion, where they will return the favor by giving you good RNG. What I was actually doing there was trying to distract you all so that you wouldn't have to look at the close-up of the horrifyingly bad Various suit on Scotty's screen. JC going for the impossible strat as well! We are having some spectacular showcases of difficult strats here today. Oh, unfortunately, JC does not get the shine break. Going to have to go through this section using intended strats. Thankfully, getting a very good backup there, losing very little time. And JC having... oh, that third Edacoon. Third Edacoon, losing him a bit of time. Scotty, you are free to believe what you want. I'm going to keep telling myself this, and that's just how it's going to go. All right. Scotty on his way back down now to the sectors, while JC is showcasing to all of us how ugly this the Various suit in Metroid Fusion looks. Everyone heading back down to Sector 5 for the second time to pick up the loudest power-up of all. In this game, some brilliant designer said, hey, you know what we should do? We should combine the power bombs and the X-ray scope because we have fewer buttons to work with on the GBA. And you know what? It was a good idea. And then someone else said, let's make them the third loudest sound in the game when they explode. I don't know who that person was, but I hope that person wakes up in the middle of the night thinking about what a bad thing they've done. Because these are very loud, very whooshy power bombs. Alright, Scotty remembering which visit he's on and going to the correct room. Making a mistake here and going the way around by accident is a 1 minute plus time loss. You don't want to do that. Please don't. I've done it enough times myself that none of you need to do it. And now JC also entering Sector 5 to follow up. Alright, Scotty's health is... he should be safe here. We're coming up on the next Sax encounter. Not a terribly difficult encounter, but if you do make a mistake and get hit by the ice beam, that's 230 damage. So you don't want to get hit by that. Thankfully, Scotty can body one blow, but he's not going to have to. Alright, and he's opting to not grab that red X, but let's see if he's going to go for the fast climb here. By which I mean the slightly faster. Oh, he's going for Climb Classic. Ooh. And that's the reason you want to have that shine charge there. Otherwise, you have to stop and drop a power bomb to break that barrier. Thankfully, the game designers graciously made it so that the speed booster will also break the barrier, not just power bombs. JC now also having the whooshy bombs. Let me tell you, this game gives you 74 power bombs. Nobody did the 74 power bombs. Scotty, I'll ask you about that after this, because I'm genuinely curious about this.
But yes, thankfully, the 10 power bombs the game gives you when you first get them is all you will ever need. 10 power bombs is all we will need for the rest of this run. We're not going to pick up any power bomb tanks. JC going for the Kadoom strat, the other strat I was referring to. Scotty's apparently claiming it's not actually faster, so I'll have to talk to him about that later, but it definitely is a very cool looking strat. Okay. Paulsmore apparently uses 74 power bombs in Hundo. Then again, Paulsmore is also a statistical outlier and should not be counted. Oh, we have all sorts of kinds. We have Climb Classic. We have we have Climb 2. We have Climb Crystal. For those of you who are 90s kids. Uh-oh. Scotty not saving. Oh, let's be honest. That was intentional. You can't just mash B and skip that save. You have to actually move the cursor knowingly. So Scotty is living dangerously here, not taking the least time costly save of the run. Alright, JC on the main elevator, about to have his own power oopsie on the BSL station. Alright, JC I'm a little bit more worried about because he has to go through that spitter hallway, and the spitters do a lot of damage, and he only has 2 E-tanks. He's still at mostly full health, so he can take 2 spits easy, but he takes 1 spit. Oh! 2 near misses, but he makes it okay. Oh, he's actually opting to grab the missile tank here. Interesting. So he is going for 45 missile strat. Well, there we go. Let's see what happens. Meanwhile, Scotty continuing to have a little bit of return to form here, getting looks to be 4 beams. He gets a 4-beam Idor at Yakuza. Ugh. Ugh. So let's see him take out his frustrations on this silly 6-legged Spoder. Alright, let's see if he did enough damage. And he's going for fast strat. It's Yakuza's brown, so he's in good shape here. Unfortunately, already getting an extra cycle. Nope. Uh-oh. Okay, not quite getting the worst luck, but still not the best Yakuza luck one could ask for here. Scotty trying to go for some doubles on the Yakuza Phase 2 here. Yakuza not cooperating with his speed and placement, though. Still, getting it done. Not getting a double on the first hit. He's going to have to get some of these greens. Getting a double on that second hit. Needs 1 more double to finish this. And he gets it. Alright, so Scotty finishes off Yakuza. Having 4-beam Idor and a 3-cycle Yakuza, though. JC has better luck. He can definitely gain back some time here. So let's see how the door and how Yakuza treat JC as he heads into the fight himself. 0 beams. Already off to a strong start. Alright, setting up for the hits before you can even see it. Check Yakuza's color. Did he do enough damage? Yes, Yakuza is brown. That's what we want to see. 1 extra cycle. Come on, Yakuza, don't be like this. Okay. 1 fewer cycle than Scotty got. Meanwhile, Scotty's... Ooh, getting a lot of missile hits there. Alright, JC having better missile count coming out of Phase 2 there. Let's see how the doubles go. Oh, meanwhile, quick call out to Scotty here. He's going to be setting up right here for a zip, just like that. Only on the English version. Go out of bounds, zip up, save yourself a little bit over 8 seconds of in-game time right there. Meanwhile, JC has unfortunately returned to the land of PowerPoint. Oh no. I think they've both returned to the land of PowerPoint. Actually, goodness gracious. That was pretty extreme. They may have even gone all the way back to the land of Harvard graphics. Here I am making myself look older than I am. Alright, time for the plasma core for Scotty. First double looks good. This is a 5 missile fight. So we just got to get the sweet spot here. Oh, we missed one. Alright, still, solid fight. Meanwhile, JC heading into Sector 2 again here. Do the sax chase. I don't think JC is going to go for any of the out-of-bounds tricks. Then again, I have not been watching. I don't know what he's been practicing, so he might. We'll see. Nope. He's just going through the intended way. Alright. Just like that, Scotty is at the navigation room to exit Sector 2, while JC is a couple of rooms away from the Notori fight. This is the fight where having 45 missiles is extremely useful. Because with 45 missiles, you need to drop 3 power bombs and use 3 charge shots. Otherwise, you'll just run out of missiles if you just spam missiles. So we're seeing JC do that right here. Looks like he's going to give it a couple of extra charge shots just to give himself a little bit of a buffer on that core fight. Ooh, his missile count's lower than he'd like here. And he's unfortunately not getting any green drops off the core. There they are. Can't tell what he's doing with them, though. All right, now Scotty is setting up for the most important Shine Spark of the run here. The Nightmare Shine Spark. Very similar setup to the one that you saw last time they both went into Sector 5, but this time it takes them a lot further because the big room is different. And there he goes. Getting it no problem. This is a very costly Shine Spark to miss. Thankfully there are backup strats, but under no circumstances do you want to just run through those rooms. Okay, JC about to enter the navigation room and be on his way out of Sector 2. Scotty making short work of the fish pirates. They're a little bit annoying while you're limited in underwater movement like this. If they decide to shoot their beams at you, you can technically morph under it, but it's very tight. Okay. Now Scotty approaching the door to fight Nightmare. How many beams will we get this time? Oh boy. 3 beams. Alright. Nightmare should be a pretty straightforward fight here. 3 phases. The first 2 phases go so fast you better not blink or you'll miss them. And then the dance. Let's see. Scotty has been practicing his moves. That was phase 1. I hope you didn't blink. And phase 2 is done. Okay. He's gonna have to manipulate Nightmare to make him stop moving, and it looks good. Yes. Very clean. Very, very clean. An excellent Nightmare fight. Meanwhile, JC's setting up for his Nightmare Shine Spark. Getting it. And Scotty getting 2 doubles on the core. Solid Nightmare fight. A good core fight. That's what you want to be seeing. Now let's see if JC can get better luck on that door and get triple doubles. He'll be sitting pretty heading into Sector 4 here. Uh-oh. Unfortunately, the enemies are just not playing nice for JC. Alright, Scotty running through the walls and heading into underwater Sector 4. One of the more dangerous sections of the late game. Even with the gravity suit, the enemies in this area do a lot of damage. So we'll see how things go. Oh, is he going for the... Scotty is going for the out-of-bounds trick again. Getting the big fish. And... he gets it. Scotty, what? Scotty, please. Oh my god, he clips into the wall and just goes through the door. It's fine. It's fine. This game is working as intended. Alright, JC, time for the nightmare fight. I think we missed the first two phases. There's phase 3. Oh gosh, he gets in... Oh no, JC, no. Oh no! JC unfortunately getting really bad positioning on Nightmare and not able to get out of the way in time. I didn't see if JC saved at the ship. Oh, seems like JC was having some trouble. Oh, he did not save at the ship. JC is having to start the entire thing over. Oh. This is not how you want to see a race go. Scotty's setting up for another out-of-bound. Well, I think he was trying to set up for another out-of-bound trick there. Trying to skip this entire sequence with Shine sparking through the green pillar. That's unfortunate. But JC has not thrown in the towel yet. He is continuing, and he has not forfeited in SRL. Not given up. That's what we like to see. And also, let us not forget that Scotty has not taken any safety saves. So if something goes wrong for Scotty, he'll be sent right back to where JC was sent. So anything is possible. I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Alright, Scotty now has the diffusion missiles and is on his way out of Sector 4. His health is a little bit on the low side. Thankfully, he's going to have a chance to refill with a bunch of blue X's in Sector 6, where he's heading next. That should make things a little bit easier for him. Depends on whether or not he decides to go for his slightly riskier Box 2 strat. Xbox can and will kill you. It's killed several runners in this tournament, myself included. And you can never you gotta keep an eye on your health with that. Even with the gravity suit, things in this game do a lot of damage. Alright, so, Scotty into Sector 6. He's gonna have to watch out for those puffers again. Thankfully, this time he is better armored and has more weaponry. Should make things a lot easier to deal with. Meanwhile, JC is heading up to get his missile upgrade. Ooh, getting some very fortunate puffer placements in that room for Scotty. And there he goes, grabbing those blue X's.
367 health or so. Should be in good shape. Now let's just see how the Xbox goes. Oh, Scotty. Scotty listening in chat and not taking any chances, taking the safety save right before Xbox. He's not going to let something going wrong ruin his chances now.
Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning, no entry.
Everyone caught so off guard by that safety save that we had almost forgotten there's no entry without authorization. Thank goodness we have this lady to remind us. And here we go, he's going to go for his tricky strat. Doing a pseudo screw attack right into its hitbox. He's got to be careful though. Because being able to hit diagonally like that from the ceiling, it'll knock you off, but has no trouble though. Scotty finishing off Xbox just like that. 4 missiles for the core. Just has to watch out for the wave beam. That damage it does is no joke. One more hit though, and he gets it with the sweet spot. Meanwhile, JC just getting all sorts of eye beams now. It's like the eye door luck has changed a little bit.
Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning, no entry without authorization.
Alright, let's... And JC getting no rolls off of Arachnus. Very nice. Unfortunately, having a little bit of trouble getting the double there. And no sweet spot either. RNG seems to be a little bit less generous to him the second time around. Scotty, what are you doing? This party is too extreme. You gotta get out of here. Space police are on their way right now. Oh no. Now they've done it. They've shut down the stream. This part of the run deemed too hot for Twitch. Instead, we're just going to jump straight to this dialogue already in progress. By which I mean the computer monologuing at a very stern-looking Samus where you can't see her face. Alright, but JC making a short work of the main deck and already on his way back down to Sector 1. But once again, just because it's a bit of a drama queen, here comes the sax. Come on, look at the screen. Yeah, get your zoom and get your glamour shot. Oh, blow up the door instead of opening it. Real mature. God. Last time I go with non-union villains. Alright, Scotty, however, back into Sector 1. Yeah, both of them are going to be in Sector 1. There you go. Scotty's diffusion missile not quite going off there. Losing him a little bit of time. Now let's see how he goes with the gold pirates here. It's time for that good old-fashioned AI exploit. Oh, didn't quite work that time. There we go. Makes it through that room. And now on his way to everybody's favorite lizard friend. Now when we all go in there and see him, now he's very excitable. I mean, so don't be alarmed if he just says hello very loudly. This is completely natural. Hi, Ridley. Oh, God. I mean, yes, it's good to see you, too. Ridley's happiness is one of only 2 sounds in this game louder than the powerbomb. He needs to be loved and respected.
Scotty having no trouble with Ridley, although jumping into his tail a few times because I don't know. Ooh, getting a diffusion double, though. Double missiles with diffusion missiles are extremely difficult, and Scotty gets 2 of them. Scotty gets 2 diffusion doubles. Those are no joke. They are very difficult. JaySee, unfortunately, ooh, having slightly better luck in that pirate fall than he did the first time. Only bonked 1 time on the second time, which is good. Those pirates are no joke. The others sound louder than power bombs? Oh, don't worry. We will hear it soon enough. The game is kind enough to put them both right near the end. Alright, both of them still in Sector 1, actually. We might even... Actually, no, it's... Scotty is unfortunately going to be... JaySee will already be too far gone. I was about to say... There was a possibility there would have been a high 5 Scotty had been a little bit further ahead than he is, but no such luck today, I'm afraid. No high-fiving here. Alright, JaySee's missile count looking good. Should be in good shape to get doubles on the... take multiple double attempts on the door and then take out that charge core. Scotty using shot cancels to save himself a few frames on each of those jumps. Let's see if JaySee can get some door doubles here. First, the door needs to cooperate. Come on, door, be a team player. Ooh, that one looked good. Oh no, door, please. Oh god, he got 4 beams between those. He got the double, but the game gave him 4 beams between him. That was just mean. I think the only thing meaner than that is the true final boss that Scotty's facing off against here. It's true. This extremely long dialogue is the true final boss of Metroid Fusion. Hope your text mesh is strong, otherwise you're probably gonna fall asleep. If you fed an unabridged dictionary and a picture of the Resident Sleeper Twitch emote into a neural network, you would get this dialogue from Metroid Fusion. It's true. Alright. JaySee on his way to the final atmospheric stabilizer. Meanwhile, Scotty stretching his legs to get off that platform and get back on it so he can advance the story. Because the deepest lore is that sometimes a family really can be 4 animals, a half Metroid bounty hunter, and a dad and a computer. When is my Metroid Fusion sequel spin-off sitcom coming at Nintendo? I would watch that. I would shill it mercilessly to all my friends. Believe it, Samus. I would totally watch it. Alright, JaySee making his way JaySee making his way to the navigation room in Sector 1 as Scotty is leaving the navigation room in Sector 1. Oh! You're absolutely right. 5 animals. I forgot about the babby. Thank you. But at this point, Scotty is on his way to the proper endgame. All he's got to do is have that final showdown with Sax. It's 2 phases into core fight. All Scotty's got to do is keep it frozen in place, and he should be in good shape, so... we'll see how that goes. JaySee on his way to Sector 2 in the interim. Like, I don't want to make too many predictions about what's going to happen in this fight. I like to leave these things. I like to talk about them as they happen, because goodness knows that a commentator's careless whispers have led to bad luck. All right, here we go. That shaking means it's time for the Rumble. Gets the 4-beam phase 1. That's as quick as you can get. Goes for the. You can get the 2-beam phase 2. Looks good. 6 missiles to finish off the ice core. He's gonna go for triple doubles. Let's see if he gets them. Oh, what a time for the slideshow. Okay, we got this. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, yes, missiles, yes. Okay. Judging by what little I saw, it looks like Scotty got triple doubles. I'm pretty sure Scotty got triple doubles there, which is no joke. Doubles diffusions are difficult, and on beam cores, no joke. He gets them triple doubles. So I hope you all are ready, because we're coming up on the true final boss, and also the other loudest sound in the game. First, will Scotty grace us with the zigzag? Oh yes, he will. Scotty knows what to do. And JC, I think, has just at this point just given it a watch. Yep, JC has decided to forfeit the race in the SRL channel. Let's see if Scotty gets the low height. Not even close. Alright, here we go. It's time for the big boy. And big boys have big screams. Now, you need to stop being loud like this, so we're not going to take you to the Cheesecake Factory next week. Oh my gosh. I can't believe the Omega killed the musician. Alright, Scotty's setting up for the vertical, and I am joined here now by JaySee87. JC, good race. I'm sorry it had to end like that, though. JC, you there? Okay, so a little bit of a... Oh, I think he needs to take care of some audio things. But with that, Scotty is finished. He has done, and he is our winner today with an official SRL time of 1:17:22. And he joins me here now. Scotty, congratulations.
Thank you.
That was an excellent race. Unfortunately, JC took that nasty spill at Nightmare, but you guys were both doing the difficult tricks, just putting on a great show. It was actually staying pretty close for a while there.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate.
Well, how'd you feel about your run overall, though?
It was okay, really. A few things that could have gone better, but most of it went pretty decently, I think.
All right, good. I mean, I saw you try to do a couple of the extra out of bounds things, like the one in Sector 2 didn't quite work out.
Yeah, I messed up a little bit on it and decided not to go back to fix it.
All right, now we are rejoined by JC. JC, good game. Sorry it had to end like that.
That was... I don't think I've ever manipulated Nightmare the wrong way. Am I coming through?
You're kind of choppy.
I've been having issues with my mic lately. So...
Are you set to voice activity? You might need to lower the noise gate.
Hello, testing 1, 2.
Sounds better, yeah.
Slightly. But yeah, I don't think I've ever manipulated Nightmare the wrong way like that to pin me in a corner. It's like, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, unfortunately, the stream started getting choppy at that point, but we saw that we saw that Nightmare was just not moving the right way. It's like, oh no, can he get out in time? But then it was like, it was unfortunate because you both were playing pretty darn well there. It was actually at the beginning was very close for a long time. Even when it widened a little bit, you guys were still staying relatively close. Like it wasn't like widening constantly, sort of thing, you know?
I imagine he was probably about 30 to 60 seconds ahead of me at that point.
Yeah.
Which was still a pretty close race.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sad to see it end like that.
It's unfortunate. I was actually thinking about skipping that last eating too. I used to be able to do 2 E-Tank runs, but it's not that big of a gain.
You're a braver soul than I.
Remember, I like to do 0%.
Yeah, you're better than I am at that. I take too much damage everywhere. That's why I have to take 4 E-Tanks.
Yes, same.
Oh yeah, I thought we were going to do 0% today. Whoops.
Oh, darn, I forgot about that.
Oh gosh, Mo must have gotten lost under all of these papers. Oh my goodness.
It's like, nope, it's like, unless I was about to get a massive PB, I probably wasn't going to win this race. And, I mean, for the most part, I played like I could have gotten a PB, but that's fine.
It was absolutely an enjoyable race. Regardless, you both played really well, and even with all the races I've watched, I was still getting really excited in parts. So can't take that away.
Oh yeah.
But looking at the bracket, unfortunately, JC, this means that this is where your journey through the tournament ends.
Hooray! More new games to play.
All right. I was about to ask you were going to try to push past the 47, but I think that answered my question right there.
Nope, I have some more Zelda games to learn by the end of the year.
Oh, which ones?
Link's Awakening DX
Hell
and
yeah.
Oracle Seasons.
I'll definitely keep an eye out for LADX. That's another game I run. It's a very fun run.
Oh yeah.
And Scotty, you're going to move forward to face off against the winner of Mickey Now versus the winner of Boxmeister versus Mr. Shasta. It's probably going to be still a few days out. So
yeah, unfortunately.
Not much you can do about that, unfortunately. But you can do anything to prepare for that, or are you just gonna?
A few runs here and there. I seem to be doing more runs than I was towards the start of the tournament, so I should probably keep that up.
All right. Also, I did want to ask you, now that I have you here, did you time the Kadoom strat versus the traditional climb in Sector 5? And is it the other climb actually faster than the Kadoom strat? Because that's what you seem to be implying.
Yeah, that from what I saw, but I can check it again.
Which one?
In Sector 5, after the yellow security room, like, you know, I always was under the impression the Kadoom strat was a tiny bit faster on the second run. I said that, and Scotty answered that it's apparently not faster.
I think it depends on how tight you do it. I mean, it's like the difference was like quarter of a second tops.
Yeah, they're still very close.
I mean, it's like there's hardly any difference, but taking one too big of a jump will make sway one big towards the other. And then with the Kadoom one, you do have to make sure you stop or do a quick little hop as soon as you get to the top, or she'll get speed booster too soon.
Right. So it pretty much comes down to the usual thing, which is whichever one you're more consistent at is the better one for you to do.
Always.
I'm fresh out of questions. I'm honestly surprised my voice has lasted this long. But let's take a look and see what other races we got coming up in the Fusion Tournament, because we do have a couple. That's the wrong link. I got this. Here we go. looks like tomorrow at 3 p.m. we have the aforementioned Mr. Shasta versus Boxmeister fight. The winner of that will go on to face Mickey Now. The winner of that will go on to face our own CScottyW. So look forward to that, because we are getting down to the end of losers bracket matches here. And once that happens, we're going to be really in the home stretch. And these races have been very exciting. As far as speed gaming, let's pull up the old schedule here, see what we got going on tonight. It hasn't quite finished loading yet, but I'm willing to say it's a safe bet that yes, there it is, that we have, yeah, aside from Fusion and right now the end of a no major glitches run, we have randomizer on pretty much every channel for the rest of the night. Link to the past rando. And tomorrow we have, it looks like, more Link to the Past rando, and then we got some Rockman 2 and Dark Souls happening at around 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Eastern. So keep your eyes peeled. There's a lot of stuff coming, especially if you like rando. But JC, Scotty, you guys got anything else you want to add? Any words for anyone listening? Any just final thoughts?
That's it for me.
1-0% best category. And I guess we can play randomizer bingo at some point for ZM.
So JC, what you're saying is that the next Fusion tournament is going to be 0%. Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh yeah, it'll be a one-day only tournament probably.
Oh.
And I only say that because probably only 4 people would sign up, if that.
Shoot, I'd sign up, because someone's got to die in the first 2 sectors. No, seriously, you're a braver soul than I. I just take too much damage to probably survive a 0%.
No, it's like in general, it's like I like low percent and any percent runs a lot. But yeah, go watch the other tournament, all. And thanks for dropping by.
Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. If you haven't already done so, give Scotty and JC a follow. They're both excellent runners and just cool people. But that's everything we've got for tonight for Fusion. Come back tomorrow, see Boxmeister versus Shasta. That's going to be a good race, too. Otherwise, thanks again for watching. Have yourselves a good night.